Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a battle of 1500 points, my Imperial Guard versus my brother's Imperial Guard. Alright, so the game is Seize Ground, that's the three ogres across the center, and it's Dawn Attack or whatever, so my brother, his army up there, his army is going to be coming on, so that's not actually where it's going to be, and actually he has more things there than he's going to have in his list, because that's actually his 2,000 point list. But anyway, this should be a really interesting one, because this is going to be his mechanized guard against my infantry guard. I just got in a big trade of these Catachans, and at the same time I had a whole bunch of these extra heavy weapon teams because I was painting them for a buddy of mine. So just thought having all these things together, just trying to see which one would actually win out, the weapons heavy infantry or the mechanized list. So anyway, what my list looks like is that it's 3 units exactly the same. It has 4 units of 10 with flamer and las cannon. One of them has a Vox. They're led by a command platoon that has a las cannon and Vox. I have 1 heavy weapon team of assault cannons, 1 of missile launchers, 2 of labas, and then I have my company command group that has another las cannon, has the master ordnance, and my guy has a fist, and there's a Vox there too. But anyway, right now I just have the 2 conjoined troops starting on here and just kind of waiting for him to come on. Alright, so first turn my brother brings on his army. So on the far left he has a vet squad inside the Chimera, then he has a Leman Russ. He has a couple of Hydras there with a Leman Russ in front. He has 3 units inside Chimeras there, and the unit has autocannon and grenade launcher. Then he has his command group in a Chimera that has a whole bunch of plasma guns. The far right one is a squad that has a whole bunch of flamers inside a Chimera, and then there's a Hellhound that moved up there. And thanks to Night Fight, nothing happened this turn. He's just basically staying back. And my turn 1 is fairly simple too. I just have my other group that's coming in on the left and did the move to hold that objective. My command groups are matching up with their various spots, and my mortar teams came in. The missiles are up there on the hill there, and my autocannons are on the far right there, just to catch his guys sneaking around the side. And really the only shooting I had was me trying to shoot with one of my las cannons on the top of the tower at his Hellhound, but I missed. Or I couldn't even see him actually, so pretty simple turn. Alright, so Mechanized Guard, turn 2. He has his 1 Chimera that's speeding off to my left flank. A lot of his things just held back, while the only thing that moved up was that 1 Chimera on the right with the Hellhound kind of sneaking a shot in there. Shooting, I lost a good number of guys from my left unit. My right unit lost a few as well from that Hellhound. And my missile launcher team up on the hill there lost 2 of their number, but passed their test, so not too bad there. But the worst thing is that my company command group there is now been destroyed. He made sure to wipe that thing out, so it would have been really nice to have twin-linked las cannons, but obviously just a good move by my brother. Alright, so it was on my turn too that I realized that 1 Chimera on the right was full of flamers, so if it got anything off I was toast. So shooting this turn destroyed that. Labas killed the rest of the unit. I destroyed the 1 Leman Russ at the top there, and that's really all I did. This game was going to be pretty big for me making a bunch of cover saves and my brother making a bunch of hull downs. So that's it for this turn. Mech Guard, turn 3. So the 1 Hellhound on the right zips up, flames me so that it kills the autocannon team and also some of the regular guys here. Otherwise, he's just still shooting me up, trying to bring me down, but like I was saying, I'm starting to make all my cover saves, so he's finding it really difficult, so he really didn't get much else done. Infantry Guard, turn 3. So in this turn here, it was now his turn for a bunch of hull downs. All I accomplished in my turn was destroying the gun off one of the Chimeras at the top there and making it so the Hellhound couldn't shoot. Everything else was just hull down stuff, so a little bit disappointing. And then this was horribly disappointing. His Hellhound that can't shoot tank shocks me. I failed my leadership, and now this entire squad is just going to be shepherded off the board here. So that's a big loss. Otherwise, his Chimera breaks through with his vets on the left side to flame up some of my things. He makes sure to kill that last missile launcher team in the top middle there, and really was just concentrating on my left group there and my remaining center one, just bringing down the numbers. So my turn 4, that squad on the right was forced to run off the board, but then I destroyed the Hellhound. I destroyed the Chimera on the left side, so the vets are out, and I made it so one of the Chimeras at the top can't shoot. So that's it. And at this point I'm liking it because it's getting near the end of the game, and if my brother doesn't move up quick, it looks like I can move up and try and hold some objectives. So Mech Guard turn 5. His vets come over on the left side there. I take on a whole bunch of shooting all around here, and I still hold on. I passed my leadership 8 tests to hold on, and that's all I really need. But as you can see, he's noticing now that he needs to go after objectives, and so he's kind of starting to race up the center there, but he has a ways to go. So my turn 5, I'm just really hoping it's going to end here. On the left, that unit moves up to kind of flame his vets, but I roll like garbage, kill almost nothing. I run up the one unit my center one, and then make them go to ground with the command, so they're going to have a 2+ cover, so that's good. However, it wasn't to be, because the game did not end this turn. So, although one good thing I can say is at least that one lead Chimera, I destroyed its flamer and I immobilized it, so I at least shut down that threat for this maybe last turn. So Mech Guard turn 6, his vets on the left there are moving over to try and contest. He has a Chimera that moves up to contest the center one, and really, other than destroying one of the command groups on the right there, he really fails to do anything. With those 2+ covers, I'm just making everything. So, it's a little bit frustrating for him, just because what can he do? If he had flamers, he could flame me out, but otherwise, all of his high-strength shooting does nothing. So, my turn 6, I shoot off the vets on the left side there, and they break, so now I have that one secured. My shooting made it so that some of the other Chimera there can't shoot and things, but otherwise not very much damage, and so I just put that unit on the right to go down to the ground again, or the incoming command. And as luck would have it, the game didn't end either, so it's still going. So in a ditch effort to try and get me off the one center objective, I get double tank shocked, but I passed both tests, thank God. So I'm still going to be able to hold that one. And then throws a bunch of shooting into the unit on the left there, but they passed their panic as well. So thank God, he had a good counterattack plan, but just made the leadership test to save the day. And then so on my turn, all I could really do for a hope to not get a tie and win this game was I had to shoot and destroy this Lehman Russ, and then shoot my mortars at that unit at the above there that's holding it, and then if they panicked, then I would hold the center one. But as it happened, I couldn't even destroy this Lehman Russ. All the last cannons couldn't do it, so I didn't even bother shooting the mortars. So that was it. So a tie, which is semi-respectable, seeing it's the first time I'm using this list. Some of the things that became very apparent from this is that my brother wished he had a lot more flamers on his tanks instead of heavy bolters, so he could just run up and flush me out. And from my side, I really need to have a commissar in each of those large units just to keep them from running away. I was really amazed at with having 16 last cannons, 3 autocannons, 3 missile launchers, that I wasn't destroying tanks left and right. But especially after my company command group was lost, so I wasn't getting rerolls. It just wasn't going to happen. So, interesting game, Mech versus infantry, and I hope you liked it. Okay, bye.